Yeah, I mean, I did a ice cream company with this guy named Dylan LeMay, and it was called Catchin' Ice Cream. He's like famous on TikTok. He has like 15, 16 million followers on TikTok.
What kind of ice cream is it?
I never had it. Never tasted it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of what I do.
It failed,
it failed. I think what they wanted to do with it didn't really work. You like go to the ice cream shop, and he got famous on TikTok by like throwing the ice cream in the air, like at Cold Stone or something like that, and then went and started his own thing. And then he would like.
Wait, he invented the Cold Stone way of.
He just like went viral. I think he wore a GoPro when he made his stuff on TikTok, like early in 2019, 2020 when TikTok algorithm was blowing up.
Yeah.
And then he got approached by some VC guys, and then they launched this brand called Catchin' Ice Cream. And we had one store in New York City. I think it was on Bleecker Street, like prime location.
Yeah.
And they went heavy on location and stuff like that. I just don't think that people want to walk into a ice cream store and get it thrown at you and you catch it in a cup. You know what I mean?
That sounds fun.
It does sound fun.
I mean,
but
brick and mortar is hard.
It's very hard. Brick and mortar is very hard. But I don't know. If I want to go get some ice cream, just take me to Cold Stone and walk the line and give me my cup of ice cream.
I like Talenti. I'm huge on gelato. I just go to Talenti. I pick it up at Central Market or Whole Foods or whatever. So.
I'm way more of a cookie guy.
Okay, well,
but
I mean, I won't turn any of them
down. I will down a cookie any time of the day. I already had a potbelly cookie today for lunch. I will choose where I go to lunch based on it if they have a good cookie.
You do a lot of Tiff's treats for your clients and
yes,
stuff, right?
I do. I probably spend $500 to $1,000 a month on Tiff's treats. Just the clients. My
half of it for yourself?
No, never for myself. I'll do it for the office every once in a while, and then I'll partake. But my assistant texted me earlier today, and she's like, "Do we need to send out any Tiff's treats for the month?" So what I do is I go on Facebook and I look at the monthly birthdays. So you go, let's go birthday thing. Yeah. And I just hover over the tab and whose birthday is it? If they're a client, if they're not a client. If I want to get them as a client or something like that, I just send them Tiff's treats. And like, you'd be surprised how much business you can get off a $15 box of cookies.
Because you're thinking of them.
Yeah, and everyone loves cookies.
My birthday's in a few weeks.
Yeah, we got Tiff. We already ordered it. Yeah. You already pre-ordered. You're already in the system. But yeah, it helps out a ton with business and just anything. And like LinkedIn's big for me, so I'll go to LinkedIn. Who got a promotion? I send it to their house. Hey, congrats on your promotion. I would love to help you out whenever you need me.
Do you have Sammy, your assistant, helping you out with that as well?
Yeah, she does all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
to help keep track. So I'm like, how do you even keep track of that?
Yeah, I mean, we have a good CRM platform and stuff like that, so we know the birthdays. But I mean, Facebook helps out a ton. I would honestly pay for Facebook for business if like it was a thing. Like,
well, I thought you could. You can pay for sponsored ads.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm saying more so like just me being able to post something and turn that into business should cost me money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't. So it's amazing.
Don't say that out loud.
I know. It's just surprising to me that like...
They're listening on our phones right now.
I really don't think sponsored ads are the way to go anymore either. I mean, you can, but it's not really my vibe.
Yeah, it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, I'm more relationship based anyways.
And by the way, guys, this is Aaron Shockey with Rogers Healy Real Estate, top producer.
Yeah.
All around good guy.
Yeah, that's me.
Every time I see you, you have me laughing. So
yeah.
I definitely wanted you to come in.
Yeah.
We have our little late intro here. So Aaron, you were talking about all the companies you're invested in right now. And we have one right here on the table, Liquid Death.
Yeah, Liquid Death.
Can you talk about that? I don't really know a whole lot about Liquid Death and how it started.
So, I mean, Liquid Death is like a play on words. So it's like death to your thirst and also like death to plastic. So everything's in aluminum cans to help out the oceans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think 10% of profits go to cleaning up ocean pollution and stuff like that.
I need to hide this.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not what I drink every day. I have a glass bottle that I fill up at work every day. So I'm not just drinking Liquid Death out the wazoo, but I do a ton of Liquid Death.
Water does taste better out of an aluminum can.
Yeah, it's colder, I think,
It's the same with beer.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I love a Michelob Ultra in a bottle.
Oh, but the aluminum bottle?
Like a glass bottle.
Well, glass, yes, unless it's been sitting out in the sun.
True.
But
that's true.
Aluminum with water.
Like a tall aluminum bottle at like a ball game. Those are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are solid. Like at a Mavs game or Ranger game or something. Yeah.
Are you a Mavs fan?
Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder. So.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I see you posting them all the time.
Yeah,
so.
Season ticket holder for the last
Rangers?
few years. You know, I'm a hometown fan, so anytime like any sports teams are doing well, I think the city's doing well, and I think it just gives people something to escape to. And if your team's bad, it's not good for the city either.
I mean, the Cowboys.
Yeah, and they're not making any moves. They're not bad, but they're not making moves either. So
everyone's getting frustrated.
That's what everyone's saying online. But Mavs just clinched a playoff spot, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, are you going to any of the games?
I opted in for playoff tickets. I haven't looked at the schedule yet. I think I might be in Florida at my buddy's beach house during one of them. So one of my followers might have a chance to win some tickets.
Oh, stay tuned.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe. I don't know.
Aaron Shockey Real Estate.
That's right.
On Instagram.
That's right. Follow me. Follow my personal and business page. You might have a chance to win. So.
Well, great. Well, sorry, I got off topic because I want to get into sports later, but Liquid Death.
Yeah, and so it's a company founded in Santa Monica, California. If you go to a concert that's, what is it? I don't know. One of the concerts, not Ticketmaster, but another concert thing. Not StubHub. What is it? I don't know.
I'm looking at Arturo for ideas.
Know. If you go to like a certain concert venues that are...
a third party?
Yeah, a third party. Live Nation. That's it. Live Nation.
Okay. Yeah,
so you go to a Live Nation concert, the only water you can drink is Liquid Death. So they have stuff with them. It's one of the, I think it's the second most followed drink on any social media next to Red Bull.
Red Bull's still the...
Yeah, Red Bull owns everything.
How are they still?
Well, they do all the action sports and stuff like that. They do like way more than just drinks.
I didn't realize they were still so popular though, because I was downing Red Bull vodkas in college in 2005.
Now it's espresso martinis.
Yeah, it's classier now.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sorry.
It's cooler. It's more expensive, but it's cooler. Yeah.
Yeah. It still gives me a heart attack.
Yeah.
Either way.
So, and speaking of energy drinks, I invested in a company called Goat Fuel.
Yes.
With,
I see that around everywhere.
Yeah. With Jerry Rice. So I guess the greatest of all time receiver. So greatest energy drink of all time, Goat Fuel. And that's blown up. It's at every 7-Eleven. I think we're in like 25 states now.
Oh, wow.
I have nothing to do with any of this. I just kind of invested in it and saw the potential, and I know who's invested in it.
That's
and
still
I know
something.
Exactly. Right? And I know who, I looked at the deck, I look at kind of the stuff that they present to us, and I look who's involved in it. And that's kind of how I make my decision.
How do you get involved in this in the first place? Like, how are people just sending you stuff? How do you start out?
It's kind of who you know, and then eventually deal flow starts coming your way the more you post about it. Okay. Like, hey, I just did a deal with these people, or I invested in this company, and things will start coming your way. I think the first deal I ever did was an oil and gas company, and you bought into this fund, and they went out and bought wells and like flipped the wells, and then eventually sell to like companies like Exxon or something like that.
Oh,
and I think the owner of that is a former Texas Rangers owner as well, or like a minority stake owner or something like that.
Okay.
Only time I've ever been on a private jet was with that company.
How was it? What was the experience?
Not great, because we went to Snyder, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Which there is nothing in Snyder, Texas.
Where is that?
Like West Texas. I don't even know. Like in between Abilene and Amarillo or something.
Okay.
Or, like, I don't know.
Very Friday Night Lights?
Oh, very.
Okay.
Like all you see is old stuff going up and down, or the ones that are still, the ones that aren't making any money. Yeah, so we went out there.
That was your PJ moment?
Yeah, that was it. And it wasn't even that nice of one. It was kind of just get in, get out. It was pretty cool. It was my first private experience, I guess you could say. I don't even think it was a jet. So
what was it?
I don't know. It's just some small plane. But it fit like
a family van.
Like 8 to 10 people. And it was fun, in and out in one day.
Yeah.
I've never been to an FBO before. So it was cool just like not going through security and just walking onto the tarmac and get on a plane and leave.
I've had one experience.
Yeah.
One PJ experience, and PJ, by the way, with a P.
And a real one.
A private jet. And they scare me. They scare me a lot, because you hear stories all the time. Not all the time, but I've heard quite a bit. And there was a UP family.
Yeah.
That
it's the small
got in a crash.
ones that go down.
And stuff happens, and it was very shaky. I was trying to be grateful.
You can kind of feel like the one wing go ahead of the other one, and it kind of levels back out. And it's a little, it's a little, we got rain on ours, a little bit of rain. And you can kind of feel it drop a little bit.
Yeah,
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
And I saw you at the airport one time going to Mexico.
Yes, I saw you at the Admiral's Lounge.
So do you not like flying?
I don't like flying, and I used to be fine with it.
Yeah.
And then Dateline started coming out with all the plane crash stories and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it snowballed my anxiety, and I used to almost have panic attacks on planes.
Really?
And I would have to take Xanax.
Okay.
And then I went to therapy.
Yeah. I'm the exact opposite.
And I talked myself out of it.
Yeah. I don't take a Xanax. I take an Adderall and work on a plane.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think if I took something like an Adderall on a plane, it would help, because I would be so focused on doing an Excel spreadsheet or something that I would be like, I don't care what's going on right now.
Yeah, I always get the Wi-Fi. I always get an exit row seat because I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
I always try to find a seat that no one's next to me and kind of spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the best $50 to $75 you can spend is on the exit row with an aisle. I always say aisle, never window.
I'm always aisle because I'm a germaphobe.
I never thought about that, but mine's
just think
more
about between the
that's true.
seat and the
Oh,
window,
how many
the
people
crack,
put their head against
the crumbs and
or
and they don't
that
wipe
touches
anything off anymore.
No, of course not.
They stopped caring.
They clean it out, and the next people are back on.
Yeah.
You fill it up, and you're out.
I'm a self-proclaimed germaphobe, so
okay.
I will say it loud and proud. I know it's
you're clean.
not the best character trait to have,
but you're clean. That's a good.
I won't sit on the inside of booths. I will.
Oh, okay.
If we're like in a business situation, I don't know the person. I can't.
Yeah, you're like cringing.
I can't tell
while
them
you
I'm
get
quirky
in.
yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like sweating and dying
That's
inside.
funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
So, but yeah, we did see each other. So random.
It was random. Well, I've never been in that lounge. I always go to the Amex lounge, but my buddy didn't want to like take the train over.
Yeah,
because I think our flight was pretty quick.
Yeah, Cancun, right? Is that where you went?
We booked it the day before and just took off.
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, our buddy was just like, "You want to go to Cancun?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
I was only in the lounge because I'm always a tag along. I'm not a member.
Yeah, I was a tag along too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I will say, American Express Lounge is 1,000,000 times better.
It is?
I've
never been in there.
1,000,000 times better than wherever we were.
What airline do you have to fly for that?
You just have to have American Express Platinum.
Oh, well.
And it's like free to get in.
I think my Chase Freedom card is.
That probably gives you stuff. You have like Priority Pass that you can use.
I get money to use on Amazon.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it's Priority Pass, I think you can like
TSA pre-check.
I just got TSA pre-check. I haven't used it yet. I got Global Entry,
which American Express paid for.
American Express paid for my Global Entry.
How do you get it?
It's like a perk of being an American Express.
But I mean, how do you get the Global Entry? Do you have to do
I went into
an office?
Yeah, but I thought it was gonna be this long process. I filled out my application. I had an 8 a.m. scheduled appointment. I probably got there like 7:58 at the airport. Sat there.
Go to the airport.
Yeah, it's like this random on Terminal D. Walk right in, and they're like, "Aaron, you're up. Go into the back, sit down." And he asked me 0 questions, and he was like, "Is this your address? This is this." Didn't ask me like what you would think they'd probably ask me.
Yeah.
And I was probably sitting there for 1 minute. The guy's like, "All right, smile for your photo." Picks up his webcam and just like puts it in my face, takes my photo, and I got my card a week later. And so
anyone can get it is what you're saying.
It sounds that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I've been putting it off because I thought it was a long process, but it kind of is because I have to drive all the way to the airport.
Yeah, you have to drive to the airport. I think it took 2 months for me to even get an appointment.
Okay, I'll start it now.
I literally filled out my application probably like in February, and if you're watching this in a year, it's February. It's now April 2024.
Yeah.
So I just went last week and finally got it. So it took 2 months. Yeah.
Well, fine. I'll do it. I need to.
Yeah.
I need to do it.
Yeah.
Next time I go to Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, I've never sat in like super long lines in customs. It's always long.
Well, during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I don't think I traveled in the pandemic. Really not. I did a lot of like Detroit trips because my twin brother lives in Detroit.
Oh, that's right. You're a twin.
Yeah, my twin brother.
Fraternal or identical?
Very much fraternal. We look nothing alike.
What does he do?
He's a pastor. He's a senior pastor. He started a church in downtown Detroit in 2020.
Yeah.
So he moved out there in 2019, started a church. So they're 3 years in downtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And Detroit's actually a really cool place. If you don't listen to what you see on the news, it's actually a pretty cool spot. And
I've
Michigan's
only driven
beautiful.
through Detroit. I drove
it's
past
old
8 Mile.
Yeah.
Through 8 Mile.
Yeah, that's cool too.
I was trying to go to Big Rapids, Michigan for a wedding or something. But
and it's actually really beautiful. Like trees, green. They get all 4 seasons. Yeah, they get all 4 seasons.
You can't beat the weather.
No, but I would pass on a Michigan winter all day.
No,
it's horrible.
Worst.
Would you rather be hot or cold?
I was complaining yesterday. It was 60
degrees. Yeah, the wind was brutal too. Yeah,
hot
me too.
All day.
Me too.
I don't get. For some reason, I feel like you're the person that runs hot for some reason. Like you're a night sweater.
I might be. Well, I did just invest in some nice sheets called Sheiks.
Well, let's talk about this. I need new sheets.
Okay. They're very expensive.
Okay. Like you invested in the company or you're investing?
No, I invested in my sleep.
Okay. In your sleep.
And
how do you spell it?
SHEEX. And I got the midnight label.
Okay.
And it's like, you would think they're this weird material, but they're not. They're like, feel like Under Armour kind of.
Ooh,
yeah,
like almost a jersey, but not jersey cotton.
Kind of. And they are freezing cold when you get into bed.
Oh, I don't want that.
But it warms up pretty quick. Like as soon as you get like a blanket on or whatever. Okay. But once you lay down, it's like, all right, these sheets are way too cold.
Have you heard of the 8 Sleep mattress?
I see like the mattress topper. Yeah, I see Bryson DeChambeau on Instagram talking about that all the time.
So I have it.
Do you really? Does it work?
And we got it because my boyfriend sweats a lot, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I'm always cold.
Yeah.
So you can adjust each side of the bed.
Yeah.
So his is cold, mine is
like
a
normal.
little warmer.
Yeah.
Or it's off. But I've noticed whatever one of us turns on hot or cold, it seeps into the other person's side.
Yeah.
So now I'm waking up in the middle of the night and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like
yours
shivering.
on.
My teeth are chattering.
You guys have to have yours on to make sure it doesn't do that.
Well, mine was on the hot.
Oh, okay.
And his seeped over.
Weird.
And the thing is very expensive.
Yeah, 8 Sleep. Get it together.
Yeah, please get it
Figure
together.
That out.
The thing was so expensive and it was hard to put together.
It's like a sleep number for a mattress topper.
Yeah.
For temperature control.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's in heaven and just, sleeping like a baby. And I wake up at like 2 a.m. and I'm like, what's going on? I'm so cold. And then I have to like grab my phone, get on the app, put it back on the hot.
Yeah.
So it has potential is what I'm saying.
You just got to work out the kinks.
Yes. Yeah. And maybe it's user error. I'm not sure.
It could be.
But it's a really good idea. Yeah. Maybe it's something you should invest in.
I would love to. 8 Sleep, give me a call.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Touch that mic.
Yeah. Hey, give me a call.
At Aaron Shockey Real Estate on Instagram.
You can email me at Aaron Shockey or Aaron at AaronShockey.com.
Yes.
Whatever you want to email me. I'm down to do a deal.
Plug.
Yeah. Whatever you want. Go to AaronShockey.com. I pay a lot of money for that website and I don't feel like anyone goes to it. So.
Oh, I went to it.
Have you?
Yeah. I was trying to think of topics for today.
Yeah, well,
but I was like, I already know about you, but let me see if there's anything else. And then it had actually no background on your website.
Yeah, we need to fix that because it's in the thousands of dollars a month.
Yeah. Yeah, do personal. Like you used to play football.
Yeah, I need to do something like that. Well, you can like add different tabs, but I get so busy and so overwhelmed with other stuff that like I'll do it later. And then 2 months pass by and I'm like,
pay someone to take care of it.
Sammy runs all that.
Yeah.
But I told her, I was like, hey, I want to update the photos online.
Yeah.
And she keeps bugging me about it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get them to you. I'll get them to you. And I just don't get them to her. So that's my fault.
God, you sound so much fun to work for.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's
really on top of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta remind him again.
Best thing you can do for your business if you can afford it is hire a personal assistant to literally take over your entire life and maintain it and schedule it and organize it.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever. She's the one that helped me launch a website, does tips treats, schedules open houses for me, just does my schedule in general.
Yeah.
And investing in that has cleared up so much space and just like mental clarity for me personally.
And people listening to this, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. It's just,
people listening to this will probably say, I can't afford it. You know, must be nice because you do a lot of real estate and you can afford it. But
it wasn't always like that.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So
I made
you kind of have to invest
$18,000
early.
the first year.
Yeah. It will make you more money in the long run. $18,000.
My first
Isn't
year.
that the average ish?
I have no idea. I know a lot of people don't sell a lot of real estate or don't sell real estate at all, but have a license and they just are struggling and stuff like that. But I mean, I struggled my first year. I had a deal. I had 2 closings within like my first month and a half in the business. And I was like, I'm going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like this is
I'm
easy.
killing it.
I was like, this is easy. What are we doing?
What year was this?
2018.
Okay.
So I got my license my last year at college. So I had a closing on the day I graduated college, the day I walked. It was actually kind of cool. I got an email while I'm sitting there next to my best friend. We got the same degree, same major and everything like that. So we took the same classes throughout college. And I'm like, dude, I just closed a deal. Look at this. And we're at college, like graduation.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, it did not end that year the way I thought it would end. It's a lot harder than you think.
It rarely does.
Yeah, you think all your friends are just going to buy a house day one.
Yeah, but they also know about 20 realtors each,
Exactly.
So
exactly. You just think that you're going to have so much business day one. You think it's all going to be work out and it's nothing like you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a lot of hard work, and I feel like you've really put in the work. And just by following you on Instagram, because we're not like best friends. We don't know each other that well. We know each other though.
Yeah, from like work and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so I see your Instagram a lot. The algorithm's really putting you up front for me. And I'm like, does this guy sleep? Do you sleep? Because you are always working. You're at the office at like 10 p.m.
Yeah, wake up at I was 5 at the office. Yeah, I wake up pretty early. I was at the office yesterday at like 6:30.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Oh.
But I had a long day yesterday.
Yeah.
I think I'm sleeping better now. I stopped doing caffeine. I had to though, like doctor order.
Oh, you're not drinking any caffeine at all?
I'll do like a Diet Coke a day. But
when did you start that?
I think 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I was having some breathing problems, so I went to the doctor. So I went to 5 or 6 different doctors, like primaries, this and that. Everyone's like, oh, you have like asthma, or you have workout-induced asthma or something like that. And I was like, I don't think that's what it is. I'm wheezing like throughout the day.
I remember you talking to me about this a long time ago.
Yeah,
like,
and I was just like hitting an inhaler like every hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's something going on. So I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, like scoped it and stuff like that. And he's like, you have this thing called LPR, which is like a reflux thing, and it builds up like phlegm. And then I had to like answer like how much caffeine I'm drinking a day. And I was like, I don't know, like 3 energy drinks a day and a couple Diet Cokes here and there, whatever. I was probably at 1,000 milligrams a day.
Huh.
And he was like, you should never pass 200. And I've been doing this for 10 years. And I was, I swear.
So he said that condition was caused by the high amounts of caffeine?
It built up from that and stress, and sometimes alcohol can do it, but I don't drink every day. I drink on the weekends here and there.
Yeah.
So I would like, but I have noticed when I drink like with buddies the night before or go out to dinner and have a few cocktails, the next morning I can feel the breathing a little different.
Oh.
So I definitely think that plays into it.
Okay. Do you think you maybe have like a little bit of an intolerance or allergy to alcohol?
I don't think so, 'cause it's never been that way. And I feel like over the last year, like when I first felt this way, it came overnight. Like it just happened overnight.
Yeah.
And then, so with the doctor's like, hey, you gotta like cut back on caffeine. So literally the next day I did not. I just said, all right, I'm cutting cold turkey. And
Did you have the shakes? I've had to cut out caffeine before, and it's probably the worst thing I've ever done.
The third
Not to be dramatic.
Caffeine is a miracle drug, and if you can drink it as much as you can. It's the best thing ever. Caffeine is a gift from the Lord.
The opposite.
No,
Not
it's a
as
gift
much
from the
as you
Lord.
can.
Life without caffeine is not as good.
Up to 200 milligrams.
Yeah, you can have that.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever your doctor says.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna cold turkey. Like we're just not gonna do it. And then the third day, I was actually in a board meeting for my new nonprofit, and we all sat down. I had like made him come to my office. I was like, we have to get some of this stuff done and scheduled and organized. And I was like, also, I have a pounding headache. So we're going to get in and out of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to like kind of see the light again? It takes me like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I feel like it's normal now. I think the first week at like 1 o'clock, I would just hit a wall and be so tired.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need a nap. And I try not to take naps like I will on a weekend here and there if I'm free to do so.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I need a nap. I am so tired. My mental clarity wasn't there. It just was, I guess, like withdrawals maybe of caffeine, like not having it. Like it's real.
It affects everything.
Oh,
mental, physical,
but
emotional.
I noticed like the third day without it, my sleep, I would just pass out. Yeah. Typically, I'd be wired until 1:30 in the morning, just wired, finally fall asleep, wake up at 5:30, go to the gym. So I was probably operating on like 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
For years.
What?
And I just do it. It's just weird. And so, and I used to wear a Whoop band, like one of those little, it like calculates your sleep, your workout stuff.
Okay. Are those actually accurate?
The research I did, it's more accurate than like an Apple Watch and stuff like that because it's specifically for these things. Yeah. And so it's just kind of awkward to wear. And it died one day on a showing. I was like, I'm just gonna take this off for a minute, and then I just forgot to put it back on. That was a couple months ago. But when I did wear it, it would tell me when I woke up, like how good my sleep was. Mm-hmm. It was never good. Like you actually got this much sleep. You need to go to sleep.
Like your sleep score out of 100?
Yeah. I don't remember. It was like percentages and stuff. Maybe it was out of something.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, to get your maximum amount of sleep, you need to go to sleep tonight at 7 p.m. And I'd be like, I won't even be home at 7 p.m. to like catch up on the amount of sleep that you need, your body, like optimal amount of sleep you need. And I was just like, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Like,
well, not on caffeine.
No. But I could do it now.
It is crazy, like the mental clarity and the way how easy it is to sleep. Because if I'm not on caffeine, which is rare, but I've done it a couple different times.
Yeah.
I don't need to take anything to sleep, but I have to take something to sleep every night or I don't sleep. So
luckily I don't have to do that. I can just kind of wind down.
Hit the wall.
Yeah, but I tell people all the time, I'm like a dog with zoomies. I have like a lot of highs and lows. So I'll get super excited and I'll just be like nonstop going. And I'll just like chill for a minute and I'll do it again. I'm like going to like nonstop. That's just how I am. I don't know. I think I have ADD or something.
I think that is the definition of ADD.
I have like the zoomies of a human.
It's a little manic.
Yeah. It's never crazy or anything, but it's always just like I get super excited. And my friends will come over. I just get super excited, jump on them, hug them, joke around for a while, and I'll just kind of chill. And I'll do it again.
Well, you need like your nap, quote unquote. So
I do, yeah.
You need
so
to
my body's
re-energize.
like, chill out and put myself on a charger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had mentioned a new charity you're invested in. I know it's not Cleats for Athletes, is it?
Yeah, it's called Cleats for Athletes.
Oh, okay.
I thought it
was the second one. So let's talk about Cleats for Athletes.
This is the only one I've done, and it's called Cleats for Athletes. I founded it.
Yeah.
Later last year in 2023. It was something I've always done. So every school year, I always call my old middle school football coach who's still there, and I'm like, "Hey, who needs cleats this year?" Because I grew up like relatively poor.
Where did you grow up?
Fort Worth, but a suburb called Haltom City.
Yeah.
And I always had food in my stomach, this and that, but we never had like money for extras. You know what I mean? We had, my sister's 3 or 4 years older than me. I think you know my sister, right?
Yeah. Brittany. Love Brittany.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. And she had a baby. So shout out little Lily.
So cute.
Yeah. Saw her yesterday.
I sent her a little national title baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just got baby onesies made for clients.
Oh,
yeah. I did that
and
yesterday.
you're doing the hats too.
Yeah, doing the hats. I already have hats, but I like the ones y'all have.
Yeah.
So I quoted that. But yeah, so I remember seeing kids wear tennis shoes all the time, like middle school, or it'd be like my parents would be like, "Hey, we'll get new cleats next week when Dad gets paid."
Yeah.
But season already started, or like practice already started, so I'm wearing cleats from last year. You know what I mean? I'm growing.
And they probably don't fit.
Yeah, they don't fit, or they're tight, or you'll get a blister, this and that. And then you see a kid not wearing cleats because he's probably less off than I was, and I think like the older I got, the more I realized that's probably a mental game too. Like this kid's probably embarrassed. He's probably thinking in the back of his head, like, all right, is anyone gonna make fun of me? I'm slipping all over the place, so I can't even like really dive into what I'm being coached or told because I can't even plant my foot. I can't do this or that. And I think sports in general is so important for kind of like the adolescent at like 7th, 8th grade to like take on coaching, adversity, teamwork. It kind of makes you a man or a better person.
That's a prime age for those kind of development
100%.
skills.
Like, I don't want to help out high schools. I want like my main goal objective would be probably the middle school. High schools have they have budgets for that kind of stuff. Like I was given practice cleats and stuff like that in high school. I had my game cleats and I had practice cleats. So I had 2 different sets of cleats always. But middle school, it's just a weird age and like just a weird time in everyone's lives, I think.
Yeah,
it's just kind of awkward.
It's a good age too when you're trying to see if you're going to be in athletics to develop your skills. And in middle school, that's when you want to do it.
Yeah, and even if you're not good at sports, it's like you want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And that's life though. You know what I mean? Like that's like the older you get, like I want to be a part of a team. I want to, like we're meant to do life with people. And whether that's band, whether that's arts and science or theater, but if you want to be an athlete or you want to hang out with the athletic guys and you want to be a part of the team, you get to learn adversity. You get to learn all these different things that will hit you in life. Yeah. So I think football and sports teach you so much about life outside of when you're done playing. And so it also teaches you to be able to get coached. Like you're going to have a boss one day that yells at you, or you're going to have a boss that gets on to you, and how you respond to that.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. You know, how you respond to that is like very major. And so if you learn those at that age, I think you'll be better off as an adult. But it all goes to, if you don't have the appropriate stuff, you can't even buy into that. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know that world at all.
Yeah, you can't even buy into getting coached because you're so worried about yourself, what you're wearing that day. And then it's like, well, I don't have cleats. So
you wanted to take that off their plate.
And those kids don't realize that. But if they get a fresh pair of cleats, for one, they're like, man, I probably didn't get a Christmas gift this year. You know what I mean? I got cleats. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got something. And that's important for those kids that age. And like, so people care about you, and then you get to buy in. Yeah. You could be the worst athlete, but you still get to buy in. You know what I mean? And that will make you a better human in 15 years.
So how do people how can people be a part of the charity?
We're kind of working out the kinks to that right now. We're going to do a golf tournament in, I think it's June 16th at Cowboys.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I'm fronting all the money right now. So if you want to donate, feel free to donate.
I'm looking for sponsors.
Yeah, I am looking for sponsors. Luckily, National Title has already sponsored.
Oh, okay. I was going to say,
Latham's already got me.
Right?
Yeah, he's already got me. I've already talked to him.
Yeah.
And then I got another sponsor from Results Roofing.
Love them.
Yeah, they're awesome. So it's the first 2 phone calls I made and the first 2 sponsors I got. So
all right.
I pretty much was like, hey, I need you to do this. And they did it. So, but yeah.
Well, not a hard thing to say yes to.
No.
So.
And I think, but yeah, it all goes back to me. Every single year I would call my middle school football coach and I'd be like, hey, who needs cleats? And it would be me just taking 3 pairs of cleats to the school, talk to them for a little bit and head out. Never talk to the kids. I just give the cleats.
Yeah.
And I think this would be a way for me to do it on a bigger scale. So
yeah, well, it's almost in its infancy right now. So it's just growing and you're seeing how you can make it bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
Where can they find Cleats for Athletes?
Cleatsforathletes.org. And then follow Cleats for Athletes on Instagram and Facebook. And we're starting to really ramp up the social media aspect of it all.
Okay.
So, and I think we have some pretty solid athletes that are going to get behind it as well. Like NFL guys, MLB guys,
great.
NBA guys. So eventually I want to kick it into like who needs basketball shoes for the season, that kind of thing. And if you think about football, it's like the beginning of the year. So parents are already worried about getting school clothes. Mm-hmm. Throw in an extra pair of $80 to $100 cleats. You're like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a new pair of shoes. Your shoes are more important than a cleat.
Yeah.
But there's already so many organizations that do shoes and stuff like that. I played college football, so I know the importance of sports and stuff like that.
Where'd you play?
I played at Southern Arkansas. I was a quarterback there.
QB1?
No.
QB2?
No.
QB3?
Maybe. On a good day.
Listen, at least you made it.
I redshirted my freshman year, and then I started a JUCO in Cali. I transferred out. I just hated Arkansas so much. Like,
oh, really?
It was brutal. It's a small town. It's like culture shock. Yeah. You go from DFW to this small town in Arkansas, nothing to do. You have to eat at the cafeteria every day.
The good food.
Yeah, like a big campus has whatever you want to eat. This is like whatever they're serving for the day.
Yeah.
I just hated it. I was there for a semester and I got out, and then transferred to a JUCO in Cali. Lived on the beach in Redondo Beach for a year.
What?
Yeah, it was sick. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I made so many great friends there that I still talk to this day.
Yeah.
My roommate went on to play at Iowa, played in the Rose Bowl.
Oh,
I had a couple of guys on my O-line that played in the NFL. The JUCO probably had better talent than the D2 school that I went to.
There's a lot of unlocked, almost hidden talent at JUCO.
Well, this one was like in California, so you had a bunch of guys that were playing Pac-12. So like we played against this team that they had 2 receivers transferred out of Oregon, and this is back when Oregon was like known for their speed.
Yeah.
And they just torched us all game long. And it's like what do you do? You know what I mean?
There's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do at all.
Take the beat down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so those guys went on to play at major universities, and we probably had like 10 guys go to major D1 schools. But after that was my redshirt sophomore year, and I was just kind of done. I was like, football's not like I got to finish. I got to wrap up this life. Like this. And I graduated high school at 19, so I was like 21, 22 at the time.
What?
I think I was 21 when I was a redshirt sophomore.
Were you held back for sports?
Yeah, well, me and my brother had a May birthday, so we were only 19 for a month. But I was 18 my entire senior year.
Right on this cusp.
Yeah, I was driving to school at the end of my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. And so
I'm already imagining what this was like.
Yeah, it was fun.
Driving all your friends around.
Yeah, it was fun. That summer was fun. Shared a car with my brother, and then if my brother had it, I had my mom's minivan.
Yeah, well, you know what? You had a car.
Hey, you can pack a lot of dudes in a minivan and hang out and
I had a friend
when
I was a freshman who had a minivan.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes, you could fit so many people in there.
It's fun. And you're the only one that can drive. So like, yeah, we're getting in. We don't care what kind of car it is.
Yeah, you're the coolest person I know. Exactly. I don't care if it's a minivan.
Exactly. And hey, I press this button and a door opens itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was modern day technology back then.
So you lived in Arkansas, you lived in California. Did that, you obviously know what it's like to live in different states. Did that kind of inspire your hashtag that has gone viral, by the way, that is by your state?
Yeah. No, I think that kind of came to me from being in real estate and seeing, obviously, the amount of people moving to Dallas-Fort Worth and just Texas in general.
Yeah.
It was probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe. I just randomly posted on my Instagram story. Well, Texas obviously has a lot of pride, right? Like, it's very prideful to be from Texas.
Yeah.
And so I posted, I saw a license plate and I just keep seeing it. So I just zoomed in on a video and I was like, by your state, it's the most Texan thing you can do.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't, and I was like, the most Texan thing you can do is own a piece of it.
Yes.
And
which is true.
Yeah. Like, okay, you love Texas, this and that, but you've never owned any of it. Yeah. Prove it. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Like, own a piece of it. And so it kind of like got a lot of like replies and likes. So I just like would see license plates and I would do it again.
Yeah.
And now it's like a game. Like, I did Alaska the other day. I saw Alaska and I did that one.
Yeah.
And I'll just see it. And like, if I see 2 license plates in front of me at a stoplight and it's 2 different states, like, I get hype. Like, I'm like, we got 2 for 2. We got 2 for 2. Yeah, this is crazy. I saw a 3 for 3 the other day. I thought that was pretty wild. Like, at a stoplight. So it's like 1, 2, 3. It's not like you're driving, you see them and stuff. I just look at license plates now.
But how do you get your phone out so quickly with the camera while you're driving?
I do not drive with my phone in my hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
Yeah, no, I text and drive
for
here and there.
myself because sometimes I'm driving or I'm even at a stoplight and something's funny and I want to record another car and then it's too late by the time I've gotten it
My
out,
phone is always like either in the cup holder or in my lap.
Okay.
I also listen to a lot of music in the car. It's like my time to get away.
Yeah.
Especially like in between showings or just after a long day, I throw on some like solid music and roll the windows down. And that's my time to like just sit in peace.
It's your me time.
Yeah. And so
you're talking to people all day long.
Yeah, and we're always in our cars as agents. So I don't know. I've always liked long drives. I've always liked rolling the windows down and just being present. And that's my time to be present. So, and like a lot of people are like, hey, make phone calls to clients in the car or make phone calls to your prospects in the car. I can do that from the office. I don't need to like drive from Dallas to Fort Worth for 45 minutes and just making phone calls. Like, I'd rather not do that.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll make a few, but
I'll do it once I have to.
I mean, the last time I was on the phone with a couple of agents at Rogers Healy, by the way, I almost got Final Destination on the highway. So I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. A chair flew out of someone's trailer.
Oh, no.
It came barreling towards me.
Oh, no.
And I almost ran into the shoulder, whatever it's
Yeah, the
called.
median or something.
Yeah. So I like my me time. I like to listen to music and podcasts.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'll do podcasts if I'm in the mood. I'll just do, my music ranges from rap, rock, country here and there.
Yeah.
Old stuff. Like, I love music, so it's like my time to kind of escape and just.
Do you listen to my podcast? Don't answer
I
that.
do.
Okay.
I do. It's just
You're
recently started. We don't have that many episodes yet, but we're getting there.
No, you don't listen to your own, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't like my voice recorded and turn it back and listen to it.
Just be like Paris Hilton and change it.
She does that.
Yeah. Remember, she does the baby voice.
Oh, and she just has like a different voice.
That was her thing. Yeah, her real voice is just normal. And she just started doing a baby voice. So change your voice.
That's hot.
That's hot. Yeah.
That's hot.
That's all you have to do. Just change yourself.
Yeah. I guess I could do that.
Well,
but I'll film like a real estate video at a house, and I'm like, I'm doing this in one take, and don't show me it.
And you'll never watch it again?
No.
So you don't even know how you're
I'll send it to my
off.
social media girl. I'll be like, post it.
So I don't have to, but I do listen when Arturo gets my podcast ready. Mm-hmm. I listen to it beforehand just to make sure I didn't say anything to get canceled or whatever.
Yeah, that's scary nowadays.
It's not fun.
Luckily, I'm in a line of work where if I were to get canceled, I think I'd still be fine. I'm not in corporate America. I don't think I would last in corporate America for one.
Yeah.
I think mentally I'm not made for it. I'm just not made for it.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you.
I talk to people in corporate America and they're like, tell me what they have to do. I'm just like, I don't do any of that. Like, I just do my own thing.
And I'm technically in corporate America, but I'm not.
Yeah. Well, you're in real estate America, which is a way different world than corporate America.
I'm not having to sit at a desk and Latham's not.
Yeah, Latham's
he's a really
chill.
Good boss.
Yeah, he's great. He's the
nice.
best person ever. It's like the chillest person, and it's
and everyone should work with us, right?
Of course, national title, 100%.
You love national title.
I do.
You're obsessed.
It's
with
all my
us.
business.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
So let's pivot a little bit. We've talked about your work ventures, real estate. We don't have to get too personal, but I just want to know, what's your dating life like? What's your status? Are you single? Are you dating? Are you in a relationship?
I'm not single anymore. I was single for a couple of years. It's a recent.
Yeah?
It's very recent.
How recent?
3 weeks maybe.
Oh, okay.
We talked for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay, and you made it official?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago? This is exciting.
And
is she in real estate?
No.
What is your
She's in corporate
philosophy
America.
on dating people within real estate?
Don't do it.
Okay.
I've done it, and it's not smart.
It's my philosophy too.
Yeah. It's easy to, because it's like there and convenient, I guess.
There's a lot of good looking people in real estate.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's easy,
It's easy, it's convenient, but I think that when you do the same job, it can you just headbutt because you do things totally different. No one in this business does the same thing the same way, right?
Yeah.
You have different ways of doing things, different ways of like communicating with other agents, communicating with clients, and then you start talking about work at home, and then it becomes an argument.
You can't get away with it.
No.
Or away from it, sorry.
There's no escaping what you do. It's just there 24/7. And you see like these husband and wives teams, and it makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like I could never do that.
It's amazing how they do it. The people who can make it work, I don't even understand.
I think it's like the older people. It's like older couples that do it.
They've been together for a long time.
Yeah,
they know,
and they probably don't sell that much real estate. They might.
Yeah.
I don't know, but most people probably are just like in the suburbs kind of type. Like,
that makes sense.
Yeah. You don't see like the top tier
don't.
Dallas agent working with his wife or her working with her husband.
I want to prove you wrong, but I can't think of anyone right now.
I can think of one, but I don't know if they work directly together.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, the Brays, I think.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Yeah.
But I don't think they work like directly one-on-one on the same deals.
Yeah, maybe they have different roles within the company. And
maybe. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I tried it. Didn't work for me. It actually ended very badly. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you learned your lesson. You're like, never again.
Never again. Yeah.
And then you have people will tell you, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So.
Told you so. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
so
good.
Stay away from real estate agents if you're in real estate. Date outside of your industry.
What about like a lender? Would you date a lender?
I
wouldn't just date anyone in the industry.
I think it's too close.
It's too close for me. Yeah.
It's too close.
Yeah. It's, and my philosophy too is, real estate can be a very volatile industry. Mm-hmm. When you're doing well, everyone's doing well. It's great. But then if the industry tanks a little bit and you're both not doing well, you're not doing well together.
That makes sense.
And the stress comes on at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I'm a big believer in, even with friendships and stuff. Yeah. You don't both want to be stressed at the same time.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's because so your spouse or your significant other can handle your stress while you're stressed, and then you can kind of trade off at different times. Yeah. So does that make sense?
It makes total sense.
Okay, I don't know if I was saying that.
Yeah, no, it makes
very
sense.
Articulate
Definitely.
Way.
It definitely makes sense.
But if you're both not doing well with your jobs,
maybe if one's doing well and
the
the other's not doing well, then there might be like a little bit of like, I don't know. It shouldn't be a competition, but it's so hard in real estate not to be competitive.
Yeah, and I think I would naturally do that, which is not a good character trait.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like,
See,
well, that's weird. I sold $10 million in
contention.
the last 2 quarters, or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like,
don't tell
check
me what
numbers.
to do.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
tell me what to do.
It gets into that kind of thing, and
then you go to bed angry.
Yeah, it's just not good. It starts out fun. It starts out whatever, and then you start really spending the time with the person, and then it's like, all right, we can't be in the same business together.
You have
whatsoever.
to separate it.
You have to.
I could not work with my boyfriend.
No.
Never.
It's tough.
We would hate each other. And we've talked about it, and we were both like, nope, not doing it.
Not
Sorry.
doing it. Can't do it.
I don't care how desperate you are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never working for you.
And so. I think even as like the older I've gotten or the longer I've been in the business, I would say I don't hang out with as many realtors as I once did either.
Okay.
Like,
that makes sense. Well, you have less and less time to hang out with people.
Yeah,
so.
you get busier and stuff like that. And then it's just like, people just grow apart. Like, all right, we started at the same time and we all went our own separate ways in this industry. And also at the same time, they're never going to buy a house from me. Yeah. Not saying I should be friends with people because they're going to buy a house from me, but at the same time, it is good having some really close friends in the industry because they understand what you're going through. So if you do need to talk to someone about something, because whether it's your significant other or another friend that's not in the industry and they have no idea what you're going through, like all they're going to say is like, hey, stay in there or whatever, you're going to be all right.
Yeah, you need your support system within real estate.
That knows what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, luckily I have that. Yeah, especially with Rogers being like a big brother mentor of mine, and a couple other people. But other than that, it's pretty much just me. I work by myself all day long with my 2 assistants. And yeah, I mean, I like it that way.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
I really appreciate it. And I'm happy to hear you're in a relationship.
Yeah,
Things
we're
are
having
going
a good time. Yeah.
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 Because dating in Dallas can be tough.
Yeah, dating in Dallas is not fun.
No, it's not.
It's brutal.
One of the worst things that can happen to a person.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk more on that later.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on. Bye,
awesome.
guys.
Thank you.